Tell me again how you get you, my friend. Tell me again how you get you, my darling. I don't want to, I chose not to feel no more. That love pain was hurting more. It keeps coming, it's true.
Yes. Yes. What up, though?
If I make my way over,
What up, though?
don't you make me regret. Supposed to learn to remember. It's too bad I forget. I don't want to, I chose not to feel no more.
What up, though? Be one several seconds.
Tell me again how to get you, my friend. Tell me again how to get you, my darling.
Hey, what up, though, my people? What up, though? I'm just warming up. You know, feel free to go get you some coffee or something right quick. You on the dig, and we're gonna wrap a taste this morning. Salute to you. We made it through the night.
Been looking for answers, some kind of sign, a deeper meaning, but not much to find, except the sun on my face, and it feels right. You've gotten used to the silence of the night. The thought of your arms, I'm already safe. Thought I had done it all, but I got some grace. Even a bit of time, and space. Reset on my heart in a brand new slate. You make me feel like I can love again. You make me feel like I can love again. Ain't no redemption, taste it, oh so sweet. Up in the air, it's so easy to breathe. Now all my hopes and gave them back to me.
Hey,
You make me feel like I can love again. You make me feel like I can love again. You make me feel
ah, okay.
like I can love. You make me feel like I can love again.
Mm, indeed, indeed, indeed. Like to kick it off with a nice little tune or two, you dig? I think I got more of a rant than a conversation, you know. Uh, Shout out to Classic. Classic kicked off his channel. You know, he kicked off his platform a couple days ago. You know, congrats, man. You know, finally going ahead and do it. You know, hey, now you got a home. You dig what I'm saying? You got your own home. All else fail, you got your own home. You know what I'm saying? So, congrats to you. And you know, if I may say so myself, you had a nice little turnout. You know, nice little turnout. You know, I think you had more than I had. You know, and I think I did pretty good, and I wasn't expecting to. hmm You know what? You know what kind of get up under my skin when I go to check my Facebook and I hear a person say God is gonna bless you with this and God is gonna send this to you. I get real offended. Like I woke up today. A lot of people didn't get that. I consider that a blessing in itself. I just get real offensive, man. You know, real offended, I should say. And then you get them people that say, you know, we do this for free. I don't know about y'all, but I got a bill to pay every month to do this. I'm at my son's school. I'm at my wife's job. For a second, I'm at home the majority of the time. I don't do shit for free. You dig what I'm saying? I find it real offensive when I hear certain things, man. Certain things just go right over my head. You know how as man is, we always see the negative. The majority of us see the negative before we can see the positive. You know, that's what separates us from each other. Your vision, your view. You know what I mean? I see people in marriages longer than mine, and because I know too much, I can see the fake. You know what I mean? It's like when me and my wife have fun, it's not something that I grab a camera and think to take a picture of it. It's just what it is. I don't need a picture for the way I feel in my memory. It's embedded. You know what I mean? I don't need to show everybody that my wife know how to laugh, or I think that just keeping the marriage bed sacred and loving on each other whenever possible, I think that's good enough for me. Because me and my wife was together way before this. Well, I ain't gonna say way before people just got comfortable with taking pictures of their life. Yeah, I wanted to mess with my god brother this morning, and I just decided, no, I'm gonna just go ahead and kick off a live. I don't want to disturb his show and the direction he trying to go or whatnot. I'm interested in seeing what he's up to. Just like all the other people I'm sub to. I just be trying to figure out what they up to and what they got going. And I just find it real funny, real hilarious how invested my god brother is over this crews and what's going on, with them, and it's funny as hell to me. It's funny as hell to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got my people I keep up with that's into the that don't got no problem with the drama, but I'm too busy on this bitch chasing knowledge. You know what I mean? Before it's gone, before they wipe it out. If I do get to a live concerning drama, so be it. But to be well detailed and know what's going on here and what's going on with that, I think that shit is so funny. It's hilarious. Now, the two people I deal with or I do rise up against on here, and I don't even really consider what I do as rising up. Hey, Miss Raz, grand rising to you this morning. We made it, baby. We made it. Granted, some of us, well, let me just go here with this. I consider it a blessing that I'm able to get to the bathroom, wash my behind. I'm 46 years old. I consider it a blessing that I could go cook myself something to eat, that I got a roof over my head. I consider it a blessing, and anything else over that or past that is even more blessings. You know what I mean? Blessings on top of blessings. I don't require things that I want to consider myself blessed. I got everything I need. Everything I need. So it's like when I see people disregard that and say God is gonna bless you with this and a few days, uh it's a blessing coming to you. Like what? Like I woke up today. I already got you saying more blessings than that. Hey, I'm good. God ain't got nothing to do with that. God got something to do with what these people take and make money off of. God ain't got nothing to do with no monetary, no money. God way bigger, way better than a money. These people created money so they can hoard us like animal and cattle. Why you think they call us goy? God gonna bless you with money. No, man, God bigger than that. You gotta understand, man, when we fall in death, y'all, the scriptures say no matter where you could have got chopped up by a big fan. The scriptures say the dead everywhere, all those who died for nothing, didn't get a fair chance, didn't know, didn't get the opportunity to know. All of these people are promised a resurrection. All of them. You know that guy you seen walk up under that ladder and just so happened the whole roof fell on him and he just died. Didn't even get a chance at nothing. Yeah, all of those are worthy of resurrection. See, all those living creatures in heaven and angels around him, not calling him great and honorable and this and that for nothing. They calling him that because he deserved it. And I say he. That's the best term I can say, right now, that describes the masculine. Father of all things, creator of all things. So you talking about you want to be remembered by him because with just his memory, you're alive. Just the memory. You don't want to be the one that he has to wipe out. So just retrospect. Why these beings with the eagle head and all this calling him God and bowing down and say he worthy, he the best, and he's just so powerful and he's so loving, all these things. Why are they doing this? Because the reports we get ain't too good. He a jealous guy. Well, we ascertain that jealous ain't a good quality to have. He told his soldiers to kill everything, every child, this, that, and the other. He flooded the earth and killed, almost everybody on the earth. See, the reports we get, we only getting that SD version of God. We getting the SD. See, but when we dive in, right? When we dive in and read what's there, then we get a whole different description of what's really taking place. All this stuff about fornication is a sin, drunkenness is a sin, being a coveting something that belongs to somebody else is a sin. You got all this stuff. You like, man, what the hell? Everything I'm programmed to do is a sin. See, for me, it took to see people actually walking the talk. And I'm one of them petty, nosy, investigative type persons. I like to push certain buttons just to see what happened. You feel what I'm saying? I hate to admit it, but I love to tell the truth. Press a button or two to see what's gonna happen. You talk a good game. Let's see if you walk it. And I've seen the person or persons that's not scared of me physically, nowhere near it, not intimidated one least. And I know this, who actually walk the walk. And when I seen this let me know it could be done. Because I didn't think it can be done. And see, when I say walk the walk, you may think I'm talking about a nigga walking around here perfect. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying a person that's try his best to do the best he can concerning God. And that's just having a relationship with him. That's what God wants from us more than anything, to have a relationship. Just like anything else you love or want to be close to. See, but remember, you got to take the stuff first. You got to take the first step. You got to show that it even interests you. What, God gonna make you? He gonna make you think about him? No, it's got to be in you. See, you got to remember, some people born on this planet or on this earth, whatever you want to call it, you understand, are not born with godly inclinations. I thought I was one of them. My upbringing caused me to be calloused, not really have no conscience. So I thought I was that. When I realized what, when I started getting a realization of what life is, I was a messed up individual. And I didn't see myself not being a messed up individual. I did it so well. Got everything I wanted, had everything I needed. I didn't think nothing was wrong with it until I seen that different way of living. And no, I ain't seen no perfect man, but I seen them men and women that strided, that struggled just to stay close to God. And I hate to say just, but I mean you can see the struggle. And I loved it. It was kind of one of the leading factors that helped me to see God for what God really is. And since I made that transition, man, I got way more peace in my life than I've ever had. Not being the tough guy that just react because of years of being bullied as a kid. And that bullying thing, it really helped me too because it made me not afraid to take a hit. When I got a little bit older, it made me not afraid to, I don't care if the nigga was made like a gorilla. I wasn't scared to tangle. You know what I mean? So the bullying thing, a lot of us look at as a curse, but I might have to argue that. You know what I mean? I might have to argue that one because in my young adult years, that was my strength. My strength to not was to just honestly not give a damn. And a lot of people rolled for me because I led with that attitude up against all lies. A lot of people roll with your boy because of that attitude. But uh I was looking at the situation with Tupac thing. If y'all don't understand by now that all of these rap heads, all of these big fish that don't that's big in the industry, all of these dudes are government. I don't understand how y'all don't see this. Go back to Two Live Crew. Do y'all remember Two Live Crew was on trial? Remember Born in the USA? This is them telling us the truth of the matter. You understand? But telling us something else at the same time. And the something else is what we're going to grasp hold to. What we're going to grasp hold to is the fact that these black men getting harassed and put out of business for their freedom of free speech. You talk about the Jay Princes, you talk about the babies. These dudes are government entities, man. Mob ties. Y'all don't know who the mob is by now? Who's the puppeteer of the mob? Just look at what interest, whose best interest do the mob serve? Just answer that question. Answer that question. Made men. Made men. Yeah. Come on, man. We gotta wake up now. Gotta wake up. And I heard them discussing uh your boy Drake coming out the closet. And I question that. Why are you talking about coming out the closet? We've been told y'all what the fuck these boys going through. We've been told y'all. Yeah, they may have been born into it. They may got the bloodline intact, but they gotta prove theyself. They gotta prove theyself. Ain't really no choice in the matter. Slowly but surely, what's done in the dark come to the light. I'm talking about he coming out the closet. Everybody been aware of what these boys got to do, especially when it come to getting that fame. How many people got to tell you? 50 Cent done told you, Prodigy done told you. Everybody done said this shit, man. You got to do it in the movie industry. You got to do it in the entertainment industry. You got to do it in sports. Y'all forgot about Penn State. Y'all remember the thing that just happened recently with uh Michigan State? Come on, man. We gotta quit losing track. How many more people gotta say it? You got to do gay shit to get fame. All them players that got touched or was getting touched or was touching at Penn State, them was people that was playing. Them wasn't no Rudy Poo niggas on the bench. The niggas on the bench wasn't getting down. In all they industries, you got to do that. You got to be that way. You got to turn them. And I hate the fact that it's like you get the people that say if that was happening, people would say something. How many people got to say something? You got to shake that motherfucking witchcraft off, man. That's all it is. You got to shake that witchcraft off. Everybody done told y'all. Gang said it. Hey, what's up, Truth Seeker? Me, Mary Jean. What's good? Yeah. You got to get down in every industry. Ain't no escape. Why y'all think y'all remember them chefs turning up dead? They'll win one of them chef competitions and come up dead. All that niggas ain't getting down like that, man. And niggas ain't trying to sign no NDAs because once they sign NDAs, they can't even complain about not getting paid like they supposed to get paid. I mean, how many people got to say it? They told y'all they took the rainbow and they use it at their discretion. How many of these niggas got to dress up in the rainbow for you to understand where the industry at? They putting a forewarn out there for you, so when you step your happy ass up, you already know what time it is. You already know what it is. What you think all this information was coming out for? To enlighten you on what these people doing? Nah, it was the people that's coming after them, that's chasing that fame, Hey, I know you heard about this. I know you heard about that. I don't care if you was up under a rock. I know you heard about this. Ain't no playing dumb. You gotta remember, man. Told you, man, truth is always in front of us. Always. Satan ruled this world. To get fame in his world, you gotta do his things. One of the main form, one of the main forms of worship in all Baal worship throughout human history was sodomy. Throughout all. That's why every world power, when you look through the history, it was everywhere, never left. And that's where you get imperfection at. Some of us are born and feel attraction towards the same sex. It's not a secret anymore. Very few of those people that's brought up like that, or that were, and some people are programmed to like the same sex. Y'all know a lot of them male colleges, all male colleges, and they tell the males that they got to get a tutor, they got to have a guide. Yeah, shout out to the big gay dude that exposed when these people go on these all male boat trips with these sorority brothers, that they getting down with each other. That's why the wives and girlfriends and all that not invited. Everybody that's running something, man, belong to some type of secret society or some type of sorority. Nobody you gonna find running anything that ain't down with some type of fraternity. Go to the king, go to the chief in your city. Go to the mayor. Everybody belong to something. You cannot function. That should tell you that in itself should tell you something. I done been at the lodges where celebrities come up in there, and it's nothing where people in there is awed and, oh, that's such and such, that's such and, no, it's normal. You got to be a part of this stuff to run anything. What you thought? Hard work and determination was real? I told y'all, man, it's the matrix, man. The stuff that appear to be real ain't real at all. What you thought? Hard work and determination. No. It was a some type of Senate person, some type of one of the people that's making the laws for the city. Been in her position for 30 something years. Do you hear what I'm saying? Why I see this lady at the damn what's the name? Why I see her at the lodge? Normal, ain't nothing spectacular, just normal. You think your judges come from? Come on, man. Hey, this stuff flying over y'all head in this day and time when the information is at everybody's disposal. I don't know what to say. You have to belong, or you ain't doing nothing. It's already scripted and set up against you way before you even come into this world. Man, Like I say, y'all, scriptures say dig for knowledge as you would a hidden treasure. But some knowledge can be a curse to you. It'll plague you because once you see certain things, you can't not see them, and it's like a living nightmare in a lot of cases. And then you see a people, man, that's so mixed up and confused due to the programming, due to the something inside them telling them something wrong, something ain't right. They don't know what to believe. And trust me, your heavenly Father know how you feel, thanks to Jesus Christ. Y'all remember Jesus Christ pointed that out? He said, "Lost sheep," and he had pity for the people because there was nobody there to guide them. Y'all remember that part? It's the same grid. Don't let these people try to say eons ago this happened and 50,000 years ago. No, man, it's the same grid. Same grid. Ain't nothing changed. The hearts of man is still the same. Now, granted, it's some people here that just don't have godly devotion in them. But that's due to the fact that the tribe of Israel was the only tribe that worshiped the one true God. All them other tribes, they didn't worship the one true God. Yes, all of us come from Adam, but there were some of us born in imperfection that just wasn't born with godly devotion. There was some of us born with same-sex tendencies. There was some of us born with no legs. There was some of us born with no arms. There was some of us born blind. There was some of us born with one. You understand where I'm coming from? Imperfection, imperfection in all elements, in all layers, in all ways. Sometimes a person could look as beautiful as gold, and the mind is just gone. It's all due to imperfection. Sometimes people born too tall. Sometimes people born too short, according to who you ask. Too fat, too skinny. You're gonna get difference. And then you got the color scheme. All of this come into play with imperfection. You're gonna get all layers in all ways, all walks. Some people that don't like to talk, some people that like to talk, some people that talk too much, some people that don't talk at all, right? The hearts of man don't change. It's time to break the programming. See, I'm only talking to them ones that keep on waking up and just feeling something ain't right. Can't can't put a finger on it. And sometimes all we have to do is sit down and listen. We have to give things a chance to walk his walk and talk his talk, and we gotta observe. That's why we're given two ears and two eyes and one mouth. Our power is in our eyes and our ears. Our mouth could be a curse for us or against us. So it's best to keep that shut and utilize the other four gifts you got. And we learn when we do that, the amount of knowledge we ascertain is beyond compare. The amount of peace you get it's uncomparable. It's I put it like this: Truth Seeker, from Truth Seeker all the way to Steve Wallace, the camping guy. I be in all of these chats. I be at all of these shows. I'm there. I don't care if it's for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour. I'm at everybody's show that I'm sub to. I realized what clout chasing was. And my god brother was trying to teach us this. And until I was able to sit back and observe it for myself, that's when I realized what a fucking clout chase was. So a lot of these shows I go to, y'all, no disrespect to y'all, I'm there. And I'm not there merely for the replay. I'm there when it's live. Well, how you go here then, when everybody, hey, because I got time to when I got time. The job I do consists of me sitting on my ass and walking around every so often. So I'm able to. It's so much power sitting back and watching, observing, looking at the way people move. What a teacher. What a teacher. Uh, yeah, it is. It is, sweetheart. It is. And Christ Counsel, me and him chop it up the other day. And CC got a way, and I like the way he do it too, because it's surprising that somebody his age, can come with the knowledge he come with. And he was doing a welfare check on me just to make sure I was who I say I am. Still, you dig what I'm saying? Who I'm snitching on today? Roy, you dare put me in the category of snitch? I don't snitch. If I tell on somebody, I tell on somebody. I ain't snitching. And snitch to who? Roy wants some attention this morning. Roy, I will chop you up. No, I ain't messing with Roy. Yeah. So in all reality, these people got the power. The same power Muhammad Ali used. We used to call it the rope a dope. You know how you throw that punch towards that stomach or some spot you hitting and it's sore, and you fake that punch towards that spot because you know they gonna put all their guard up against it, and then you hit something else and make it vulnerable. See what I'm saying? They got the power to make you forget what you just saw. Yeah, like you got all these fools making videos. Listen, y'all, listen to where we at. These people are complaining that the referees in football are taking games from people, right? The refs are cheating, right? Tell me anybody that ever worked a job that messed up continuously and still keep their job. Tell me one person. And no, your mama don't own the business or nothing like that. This is just a opportunity. You doing your job, and you already know if you don't do your job right, your job is can be took away from you, right? How many reps y'all seen get fired? How many reps get fired? See, the fact of the matter is that you would blame the refs instead of the people that pay them. You do understand that the refs got mics in their ears, right? You do understand that those microphones and intercoms work, right? So, if the refs was messing up, wouldn't it be wise for the people that's paying the refs to let the ref know, hey, you're making a bad call, make that call correction, woo, 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 right? Or if that's not possible, your ref's fired. This 15th game in a row, you're fired. But see, you won't see that, just like you won't see a team like when I was growing up, y'all, you probably had one or two people on the bench that was worth something. And then on a real good team, you'll have a couple more than that, right? Why would you settle to have nothing on your bench when there's all that talent, when you have the best talent in the world available? Why were they doing that? People that barely never even got into the game. And I was a Piston fan growing up, so trust me, I know. No. Bad boy era, pre bad boy era. So you blame the refs, but you don't blame the people that pay the refs. I would think that the people that pay the ref think they're doing a pretty good job if they're keeping their job. Well, it might be in the contract and ain't stopped them from firing the motherfucker before. Motherfucker got locked up by police a week ago. He was fired immediately. What does contract say then? I mean, come on now. Keep it all the way real. Keep it all the way real. You gonna blame the puppet, but not blame the puppeteers. You see how our programming work? How much sense do that make? I worked at McDonald's as a young man. You think I went in there and I fucked up thousands of dollars worth of shit on continuous basis, and you think they gonna actually keep me? I may get a warning the first time, but you think I'm gonna be able to do it over and over and over and over again? Come on, man. Come on. You just see this stuff and you can't you can't not see it. I would think it would all be recorded. Those earpieces are, yeah. Not to mention, me and Mary Jean, when they tell us live, they're actually almost 2 minutes uh off of being actually live when it's broadcast to us. I would say like a minute 30 around that area. So even when they say live, it's a lie. You dig what I'm saying? It is, that's the sharpest it can get to us. That's the quickest it can get to us. Yes, ma'am. I mean, the thing is, let me help y'all break the illusion. When you look at people like LeBron James, uh, When you look at people like Drake, quit just because they look like you, arms, leg, eyes. Quit thinking that they are real people. And I ain't going on no clone, no clone shit right now, y'all. What I mean is that Drake sold himself. His image is a representation of the corporations that bought and paid for him. So when you hear these records and things like that, this isn't his idea. We don't know what his ideals are. Why? Because he's not allowed to share that with us because he doesn't belong to him anymore. What up, though, buddy? He doesn't, he sold himself. That image you see of him is probably about 200 different corporations. Let me see if I can make that a little bit more petty. Um you see Drake, the people that own him see their product. They don't see nothing but a product that they own. Not only because it was given to him, because he sold it to him. He sold his image. I told y'all when we shot 8 Mile, Eminem had a double there that looked and sounded just like him. These people have to have doubles. They have to have them. They have to have too many obligations. And if the main one screw up, you got to have the fill up, the fill in already on deck. Y'all get a chance, go look at the movie Devil's Double. Yeah, that the Flake Gate. Yeah. All of that, y'all, is to make the game appear real. None of it made no sense. See, they like taking our temperature to see how dumb we are, to see what level of stupidity we are on. So they'll have something like Deflate Gate, like with all these bodies around, with all these people that make sure things are straight for game time. How could anything like this even happen? It made no sense. It made no sense whatsoever. The thing it do, since we understand how to promote now, the only thing it did was make the New England Patriots bigger than what they was, even more so. Gave them more attention. You know what I mean? So it didn't. It made no sense whatsoever. When I heard it was an actual thing, like they was serious about the shit. See, I had already sold out of being a fan at that time. At that time, I found that my team I've been riding with since I started looking at football, the Detroit Lions. I found out that they were a sponsor team. When y'all see all them videos and them making up calls on the Lions and all of that stuff wasn't for play. It was for real. A sponsor team. One of the teams that give money to the teams that don't get the money. That's why you see the Ford sign everywhere in the league. You even see it on basketball because Ford is a sponsor. When I realized and found out the truth behind that, I was defeated. And that led me to finding out a lot of things about this world that I'm gonna share with y'all along putting this dialogue on my channel. Cause it's gonna be here. Y'all see 2715 views now. I want you to check back in about 5 years. Oh, hold up. We got an event coming up, y'all. We got an event coming up. I don't know the event, but it's been a little quiet. It's been a little quiet for a little bit of time now. So we should be looking for something to happen. And you know what I just did right there, money can't pay for that. I'm just telling you what it is. It's too quiet. You see them gas prices going down, something about to happen. It just is what it is. Um, you are right about that. Hillary Clinton got sick and her double came out and spoke. You could tell it wasn't Hillary. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. See, one thing the scripture promised me, Mary Jane, is that everything done in the dark will come to light. That right there, I haven't seen anything other than that up to this date. You be looking at certain families and admiring the structure and the the way it looked to you. And as the years go past, you start finding out deep, dark shit that you really you wish you never found out. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Every time, y'all. Never fail. Never put your trust in earthly man. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. See people, a couple guys, came, told me, hey man, it's been a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses getting caught up in rape and all this stuff. And I'm listening to the information, and I'm, to me that sound normal. Well, how that sound normal? They claim to be the truth. Yeah, Catholic claim to be the truth too. But say if it was the truth, do that make man any different? Yeah, you see a lot of us fighting and trying to get away with the life that we used to live. A lot of us do get away. But you got man imperfection. A lot of man fall. If man can make the angels fall, who is another man where he ain't gonna fall? And what I tell people when they bring me information like that, I tell them like this: quit believing in man. Just because this man did this horrible act don't mean that the Bible is different. Don't mean that God changed. Well, he got away with it for that. Well, Satan been getting away with what he been getting away with since the beginning. He got a death date. Something no spirit ever had. So with that in mind, quit believing in man. Yeah, man can set some pretty good he can set some pretty good examples for us. Man can teach us, man can show us the way. But quit looking at man like you look at God. You see, even Moses failed. Not to mention, he was a killer before he got signed up. No, I'm just playing. But Moses fell after raising up a ocean or a sea, after getting water from a rock. He still fell after witnessing and being a part of all of that stuff. Hey Sharon, how you doing this morning? He still failed, and he fell uh to the point where the promised land that he was leading them to, he wasn't gonna even be able to step over in there. And the scripture told you that he was healthy when he died. His vision wasn't weak. Say he was healthy. You gotta remember, y'all, man gonna be man until we gone. Quit trusting and believing in man. Watch these niggas like you watch. Hey, I don't care who they is. Watch it. Keep an eye on them. Some of us fail at it, but just because we fail once, don't mean we got to keep on failing. You leave your daughter, you leave your son with these after school programs. Creep in sometimes. Come through unannounced sometimes. Telling you how it's done. See, I eliminated it from my sons. Told my sons once they get out the house, they can do whatever they want to. But while you with me, I'm not signing you up, niggas, so that that little sign up sheet say if you fuck around and get hit wrong, they not liable for your hospital bills and none of that shit. You think I'm gonna sign my kids up for some shit like that for the sake of some goddamn money? You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. So you can be seen on TV. I'm gonna sign you up. And I didn't even know this when I had my mama sign me up. You mess around and get hit wrong out there, and it's all on you. It's all on you. They ain't got nothing to do with it. Better hope they get your baby get a flower from them. And they going out here trying to knock somebody block off for the sake of this school that then told them, hey, if you get fucked up out there, you on your own. In short, that's what that slip say, that you sign when you sign you let your babies play these games. Games. Hence the world you live in where a goddamn sports player got more clout than a surgeon or a builder or a creator. And y'all still don't believe you living in the matrix. A guy that know how to catch a ball make more than a teacher. A guy that know how to shoot a ball through a net or hit a ball with a bat make more money than a person out here saving lives in the hospital or building skyscrapers. That's the world you live in. And y'all still don't think something wrong? What bothers me when what the Middle Eastern men do to humans, man and female. Yeah. See, this construct that we were born in, you got to remember we inherited it and we accepted it. All of these people, I told when Saddam Hussein was going through getting murdered on TV, getting hung on TV, or however that played out, right? That was all a farce to me. I told the people that was around me that every nation is united. Saddam Hussein, Hitler, all of these people are brothers. All of them are part of a bigger global, bigger global family. Go do the homework and see who funded Hitler and see who he was. And don't forget the info that he didn't even die. No type of remains found of him. That's their way of saying he didn't die. But see, you got to do your own thinking to even see that. Other than that, you're gonna take their word for it and you're gonna see what they want you to see instead of what's right in front of your face. We've been doing that for far too long. It's time to snap out of it. Time to snap out of it, y'all. You living in a world where a nigga that know how to run up a field make more than a nurse, make more than a police officer. And I know we got a lot of vile things to say about our police officers, y'all. But the life them people live, the dead they have to see, the oh man, horrible, man, horrible, horrible, horrible. And Lord forbid they had to kill somebody. Those of them that's a part of the brotherhood that's not killers. You see them boys break down and women break down because they had to take a life, man. It just crushed your spirit, man. And you got to understand, you know, that's the world we live in. When my mama died, uh, my nephew found my mama. It was a police officer that had to stay there with my mama until uh the people from the morgue come pick her up. Had to stay right there, like in a 5 foot radius for hours. And I was just thinking to myself, wow, what if I wonder how many times he got to do this a day, a week. I was just like, wow. I was like, you gotta stay here. You can't like, no, like, wow, wow. And that type of stuff mess up people's minds, y'all. Some people can deal with it. But over time, a lot of people, it mess up their minds just seeing pain all the time, seeing misery all the time. That's why I'm putting awareness out there about your amendments, but be respectful as you possibly can, man. For real, be respectful as you can, because you don't know what these people going through, man. You don't know what the hell they just had to see. I know y'all be seeing them hyped up sometimes. You be seeing their eyes all buck wide, and ain't no telling what that nigga just seen, man. So just make sure you de-escalate the situation. Let them know you know your stuff now, but be as cool as a cucumber. I don't want to see nobody get hurt at the end of the day. Not even the bad people. And I say not even the bad people because I once considered myself a bad person. And I can tell you today, and plenty other people can tell you I'm not bad no more. I'm not a bad person no more. You even come around here to the King homes, you know, you'll hear even better things than that. And I ain't gonna even lie to you. When I heard a young man speak of me, I didn't even know he knew me. It brought tears to my eyes. Uh, I read that Congress is not adopting this new money current they are trying to install. Well, it's gonna. You know what we gotta have? Me and Mary Jane is a civil war. We gotta have a war. That's what the Democrat and Republican thing about. That's what all that's about. Gotta have a civil war. And see, you gotta remember how these things gotta take place. It gotta take place in height, width, depth, and breadth. It's gotta take place in several different ways. It can't just take place in one way. And what they do is they use their characters to hype up the people for real. And once the certain amount of people with some type of power is hyped up enough to believe in the characters, then this when you have your wars taking place. This when you have your Democrat, Republican, they spit their rhetoric, and you know, it's buying into what they're giving us. You basically buying into it. You basically accepting what you're being given. And see, when it comes to me, I listen to the talk, but I'm not involved in that. That don't have anything to do with me. Will I have to live with the consequences? Yeah. What happened between if Democrat and what Republic win? Yeah, I will have to live with the consequences. But I will have to live through the consequences if these characters wasn't involved. Whatever the people that run this land come up with, I will have to deal with or get the hell on. That's in any reality. Back in the day, when you committed crimes, when you committed messed up crimes, they had a city called a city of refuge, where if you were able to escape and get away, you can go to this city of refuge where you couldn't be tried at. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't come in there and get you. You was legally protected then. So, maybe something like that may still exist, and it does in a lot of different ways. Where you hear people say, um, you can't get extradited from this place or that place. So I guess you can say it does. It do still exist in some form or fashion, but it always has. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's the same grid. It's the same grid. So y'all mean to tell me they had sewer systems way back in the time of Lot, but wasn't flying? They had ships way back then, but wasn't driving. I mean, I do bring awareness, but I do ask questions too because this the stuff I be thinking about, y'all. And the bishops and the higher are calling the Pope the Antichrist about damn time. Okay. So it's gonna be. Y'all got to remember, it's gonna be a civil war in all aspects. It's gonna be the church against the church, The Muslim against the Muslim. Y'all don't see it going on now. Y'all don't see some of the Muslims when y'all look at y'all feed online, how some Muslims have started accepting Christ for who he is. Did y'all see any of that information come out yet? Yeah. See, it's in every form and fashion. It's not just one way. It's not just gonna be one way. See, they basically learn know the sacred secrets, and they know how to use them against man. And we were told early in the Bible, if I'm not mistaken, the 10th chapter of Genesis, that in the end times, man will accomplish what he will accomplish, whatever he set his face to. So this is a way that they're using something that could be used for what's good, and they use it against mankind. You got to remember, God can't lie. Ecclesiastes, man will dominate man to his injury. So until man is no more, until this whole thing is done away with, man is just going to be man. But there are people in place to make sure that if there is a such thing as an evolution, that it won't take place. So they're there just to make sure that man continue to dominate man. This is why we have money. This is why money is put in place. Damn, Roy. Hey, what's going on, Earth? This is what we got money. We have money to separate the societies. We have money to make sure that people who don't have money can have something to strive to be. See, there's video of us. I want y'all to make sure y'all go check out my homeboy, Unplug Him, because he's pushing that stuff out, man. He pushing it out like the government push out dope in the neighborhoods, boy. He pushing it out there. There's videos where people are tutored on how to treat black people, how they set up the construct for the white people first, so that the black people will have a model to strive after. See, these are the people that created the black-white construct. They didn't create it for shits and giggles. They created it so it can be used to what they wanted to be used for. See, at this time, this is when predicting is no longer needed. They're using what we give them, so we no longer have to predict what's going to happen. We automatically know what's going to happen. See how this happened? It ain't by mistake. See, before they came with this black-white construct, it was just about tribe, language, and tongue. Nation. Teaching of what Bible you was talking about death earlier. Oh, hey, all of that in the Bible, Roy. All of that there, man. And you say the Bible, Roy, but I'm trying to familiarize you with how much in tune and how much we got in common with what was going on all these thousands of years ago. We got a whole lot in common with it. Did y'all hear about the mother, right? The king's mother lost her son in battle. This Old Testament, y'all. And I'm going to ask a question after I give this information out. She lost her son in battle. Instead of mourning her son, she killed all his offspring and took the throne for herself. Now, this was the line that Jesus Christ was supposed to come through, right? So, because God can't lie, one of the sons was kidnapped and got stashed away. But yeah, she murdered all her grandsons, granddaughters, and took the throne. Yeah. And y'all don't think it's being done today? Y'all think man's heart is any different today than it was 4,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago? Yeah, me, Mary Jean, I think I shared the video. I think I shared the video either yesterday or the day before yesterday. The brother give the scriptures and everything where it said, man, hey, it was my first time hearing it too, me, Mary Jean. I said, wow, it was Jezebel's daughter. Jezebel's daughter. Y'all remember how Jezebel died? It was her daughter. Yeah. I said, wow. Wow, that book, man. I told you, my Bible study was like 75 years old, me and Mary Jean. And he went on a Bible retreat where and he's a elder in the king in the with Jehovah's Witness. And he went to a Bible class they had in the summertime. It was like a couple days or whatnot. And this old man has been studying the Bible since he was 19 years old. And when he came back from his trip, his eyes were so lit up. And he was telling me, he said, Rock, he said, man, I learned so much stuff, man. He said, I thought that and trust me, I can verify a pillar when it comes to scripture, a pillar when it comes to knowing them scriptures. And y'all don't get it twisted. Satan know the scripture better than any man will ever know it. Any man. So just because you know the scripture don't mean anything. But back to what I was saying, a pillar of just a fine um a vessel for Jehovah to use. You know what I'm saying? On the buses, got several cars, but he'd be on the buses, be at the bus stops and the stores, just looking, just ready for conversation, ready to help somebody, whatever. I mean, just a solid individual. Hey, morning to you, Hammer Time. You ever been with a Mexican? Oh, that's Roy. Um, he was just so overwhelmed by the stuff he learned, and at the time I wasn't well versed as I am now. I'm well versed now, but a lot of the scriptures I can't pinpoint like I used to. But you know, it wouldn't take long for me to go find it if I was to go find it. Um, but again, don't ever put emphasis on how much Bible knowledge a person have if his spirit ain't moving in that same direction. You dig what I'm saying? If he on this motherfucker talking about some uh uh buy this from me or buy that from me and hit my cash up every so often, 9 times out of 10, you don't even want to be around nothing like that. You don't even want to be, not when it comes to awareness, y'all. If you do anything like that for a person, just do it out the kindness of your heart. I shouldn't have to tell you to. I shouldn't have to ask you to. I shouldn't have to invite you to. You already know what time it is. Everybody know what time it is. Is either you worth it or not to that individual or those individuals. And if you're not worth it, so what? You still getting something out of it anyway. At least I am. I'm killing me doing this live is killing like 4, 5 birds with one stone. I'm putting this dialogue on my channel. That's the most important thing. Uh uh Within the dialogue is awareness, POVs, IOUs. You dig what I'm saying? So, and it helped me to stay sharp, helped me to appreciate where I'm at. Because a lot of times that human side kick in, y'all. That imperfection kick in, and you start thinking more, or I ain't got enough. So sometimes it's good to take a temperature check, like my little homie Christ Council did me the other day. Take a temperature check. Make sure a person's still him. Make sure she's still her. She the same person. She ain't changed up on me. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us do change with the weather, baby. A lot of us do change with the weather, unfortunately. But how would a person know what a solid person look like if they never seen one? You know what I mean? How would a person know what a good friend is if they never beheld one? They never knew one. They never knew what it looked like. Never knew how it felt. Hmm. How could a person do that, yo? So it takes sometimes a good example on how to be the best you can be, no matter what your circumstances is. And that's where I come in at. See, I don't need things to make me feel blessed. I don't. This is enough for me. This is enough for me. My family, grown sons, do what I want when I want to. Sit on here for an hour and a half if I want to and rap a taste with my people. I consider that a blessing. Yeah, I got a couple dollars in my pocket. So if I have one of them rare mornings or them rare early afternoons where I'm hungry, because I usually don't get hungry till about later on in the day, I can go grab me something to eat if I want to. Go fill up my tank if I want to. Go ride over Vic House if I want to. Go to the water if I want to. Some people look at stuff like that as, see, I don't need another man's name on my feet or on my body to feel important. You dig what I'm saying? I don't need to have a perfect this or a perfect looking that to feel important. When I opened my eyes, got up, went outside and started my car so I can drop off my precious cargo, that's right. That right there is more than a blessing to me. Something that money can't pay for. And when my little lady get home a little bit later and get out them work clothes and get fed, I'm gonna aggravate the hell out of them. And that's blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. See, I never want to forget the more simpler blessings. Cause them the blessings that don't have strings attached. Won't nobody take it the wrong way. It's just a man loving what he has. And though a lot of people may not feel what I have as much, I think it's the world. I think it's the world. Someone stole my card and charged 70. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? If it ain't one thing, it's another, mean Mary Jean. If it ain't one thing, it's another. I'm so glad I ain't got nothing nobody could take away from me. I always been a kind of person that teach you how to fish. I never really gave the fish. You know what I mean? I sat there and used my precious time to teach you how to tie that line, how to knot, how to put that minnow or that worm or that insect on that hook. You understand? Because if I give you, if I give you, you going to eat good. But if I teach you what I know, you going to live forever and eat forever. And then you going to make it your own. You're going to put your personality behind it, and you may find simpler ways to do it. But you're going to always remember how to do it once you know it. I've always been a giver. If I got it, I've always been a person to give. I think that's why I have everything I need today. Uh, ever since I knew Vic always been a giver. It's like birds of a feather flock together, man. Really know no stingy niggas. And the ones that I did know, I don't mess with them no more. You think of your dollars is more important than me, then so be it. It was your choice, not mine. I didn't make your mind up for you. You chose that. You chose that. With dollars, without dollars, I'm still the same guy. Yeah, a little early in my life, y'all, I ran into a nice amount of dollars, you know what I'm saying? And you know, let's just say I acted, I performed like a nigga that wasn't used to having shit. And that's the truth of it. That's the truth of it, you know? And when I look back and reflect and seeing that, I was actually kind of scared to have money, to have nicer things, because I was a scumbag. And forgive my language, I didn't give a fuck. No conscience, none of that. Now Vic met me at the end of that time period. He met me at the end of that. And how I escaped that time period without death or without being locked up for, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, hurting somebody, I you know, I can't explain it. But here we are. Here we are. And I will never go back there. Some people, well, you be talking stuff about LGI and yeah, they invited me to. See, one thing for those of us that love Jesus Christ, certain people think they can just kick you in the mouth and put their knee on your neck and you just gonna lay there. No, that ain't the case. I'm gonna speak up and then I'm gonna expose you. When, how, when and however I choose. I know I won't stoop to their level. I won't stoop that low. But see, the scriptures say when encountered by somebody that persecutes you because of my name, kill them with kindness. Said be like them reaping hot coals on their head. So what I do is expose them, always point them out. Please read the comments. Roy, I changed my mind now. If King tells me to time you out, I will. Hey, it's up to you, me, Mary Jean. I like to say, at least give a person a long enough rope to hang theyself. If it's offensive or he offending you or anybody else, it's cool. He got a channel. He go over there and cuss me out, and I go over there and hit his link, and it's all good. See, with this thing, y'all gotta have real thick skin. Somebody could be talking about you, and they can be hitting you nail on the head. Don't let them know. See, one thing about the devil's minion, any vulnerability they will weaponize and use against you. So don't ever show them. Don't ever show them what your right hand doing. Keep them guessing. Roy probably thinking, how this guy just letting me say this vile stuff in his chat. Because sometimes people got to get it out, Roy. Sometimes people got to get that vileness out of them, dog. And sometimes I let them. And sometimes I don't tolerate it. But I'm feeling blessed right now, Roy, so I ain't paying too much attention to you. Try not to disrespect my moderators or they will get you. All right? It's all right for you to disrespect me. That's what I made the platform for. You got any gripes against me? Got any, you know, beefs with me? Or it's all right for you to beat me up. But my moderators, a lot of them ain't got their own channels that you can go to and do that. So, you know, just be respectful, young man. So I went 40, y'all. Had to go a little bit longer than usual just to make sure that I make up for lost time. Got to do that. And before I leave, I'd like to tell y'all, quit thinking that these people, these celebrities, are people. I know it sounds funny the way I say that, but what I mean is, remember, Satan owns the media. Satan owns it. Satan is good for giving the truth with the lie. So a lot of stuff you see is gonna be truth. Like that actual person you see, yes, it's an actual person, but that person is not in charge of himself anymore. He's been taken over. He's been possessed. Somebody owns him. That's what possessed means. That's what possessed means. And we eyewitness these big names. We eyewitness them play roles, you understand, to which they was given a script to. There's no deviating from the role. See, Richard Pryor used to talk about it. Go back and listen to some old school Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor talked about the gay shit he did to getting movies like it was two men talking about the sports game. Go back to some of his old roasts. See, they had to shut these people up. You got to remember, at the end of the day, these people actors. Y'all seen Muhammad Ali bumbling and stumbling words and shit before he died? You got to remember, man, these athletes are athletic actors. Don't you dare believe that nigga was stumbling and bumbling words. When that camera was on him, he was working. That's all you need to know. He was working. The two people that used to tell you the biggest truths about the industry and about life, period, they wind up still living but can't talk. Can't give you a straight sentence. Remember, y'all, they actors first. Remember, you don't stay in the light, man, because you're not good at what you do. You stay in the light because you are good at what you do and you know how to keep your mouth shut. And you know how to not talk to people you shouldn't be talking to. You promise to uphold these secrets. They expect for you to uphold that promise. I don't care if you was deceived. You agreed to it. Now uphold your side of the bargain. At the end of the day, that's all it comes down to. You got to put on your they live shades, y'all. You got to put on your they live shades. Steady for seeing what they want you to see. You got to see what it really is. You got to see what they really is. They really just corporations, y'all. The United States of America is just several hundred corporations. Big industry. Nothing more, nothing less. Wow, really? Hey, they do that for their stars now. That's their people. That's their people. And I know we get so caught up in idol worshiping that, when people say the stuff I'm saying right now, a lot of people get detached. Like, that's my boy. He make all them songs. I like all his music. Still don't change the fact that they bought and paid for. Now they're there to articulate the music, but they're not responsible for what their music is about. Master P said it when No Limit was doing their thing. He said we ain't the ventriloquists. He said something upon those lines. We just told what to rap about. And yeah, a lot of them find out they deceived, that they getting played out their money, all that stuff. You got to remember, y'all, it's all theirs. It's all theirs. You accepted it. You accepted it. They gave you a system to climb on top of. You said, "Hey, I want more than a normal man because I know how to do this, or I know how to do that," and they accepted you. You took their money. We got to remember their money. And if it comes a time where they want you to do something and you refuse, they take their money back. Don't tell me y'all ain't seen it done a million times over in y'all little lifetime. Take their money back. What they do to Red Fox? Tax evasion. Huh? Somebody that big, somebody that, known. How they ain't on top of all this stuff? Huh? State property. 1 billion. Y'all think that lottery stuff real? Hey, they give away a couple 100,000 now. Them people y'all be seeing win the lottery, them are people out of some type of organization or some type of uh what they call them, y'all, corporation. It's systems that get paid to predict the lottery, and the only people that hit them real big is these corporations. Us lower tier people, we may get a couple crumbs off the table. Probably get a couple crumbs off the table. Hey, me and Mary Jean, you ain't never seen that video about what happened to a lot of people that won the people that won the lottery? Tell you, man. once you understand where the money come from and that who owns money, then you understand why Jesus Christ said, "For the love of money is the love of all injurious things." Is the root to all injurious things. I'm sorry. Man always made some type of monetary system uh in 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 uh in these world power type systems. Always. And always just to keep the people separated. Keep the people divided. All about that. That's what it is. I remember when William Cooper was doing his radio thing, He used to tell people to turn their money into gold. And so you that when it all do go down, you will have something, after the smoke clear. Well, what William Cooper didn't tell you is that when you got books, there's always a bookkeeper. And if you get hold to the book saying that you bought gold, guess where the people with the big guns gonna come to first? They're gonna come out to all the people that bought gold, all the people that bought all these stashes of food. See, that's how you believe in man without even trying to, without even thinking that you are. I got his gold. I got the food. We safe until the people with the big guns run out of food, and then they come for yours. Now, in order to keep that food and to keep that gold, you got to do something that Christ wouldn't approve of. You got to kill. You got to kill. So to keep this, so that you can survive, you're gonna have to take a man's life. Now that's one right there. That's one right there. We definitely got to have a conversation about. But I appreciate everybody that pulled up on me today. Me, Mary Jean, Roy, Buddy Lee, Hammer Time Funk, Sharon. I don't know if I said Buddy Lee already. The official truth seeker and Miss Rise. Appreciate y'all pulling up on me. Let me breathe in y'all ear a little bit this morning. And it's been hella fun. Or else I wouldn't have been up here so long. Hella fun. But your homie King Curl got to run. You did. Appreciate you. Hope the rest of your day be just as blessed as the beginning. And oh yeah, just in case y'all forgot, we made it through the night, y'all. We here in another beautiful day. And even if it ain't so beautiful, you got the power to make it what you will if you're that pressed about it. Till then, y'all, thank you. Peace, love, and stay out of trouble. See y'all.